Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, August 14th, 2023 at 5:19 p.m. Well, uh, I guess I had kind of a busy day. Not too busy, but kind of busy. So it was kind of frustrating too, but I'm glad I was able to get my problems solved. So, what happened? Uh, Yesterday, I don't even remember. Yesterday, I don't remember what the last video I did yesterday, but I slept most of the day. No, that wasn't true. I kind of don't even remember everything, but um, like my memory is not as strong, so I don't remember what time like I felt sleep deprived all day. I felt sleep deprived all day, and then I think I remember waking up early in the morning, and then around two something, between 2 and 5 o'clock, I could not sleep at all. Sometime I do not remember at all what time I woke, dozed off and fell asleep, but it had to have been after, definitely after 4:30 yesterday afternoon, and I kept on trying to get sleep. Kept on trying to get sleep, but couldn't sleep. So then I woke up. I think it was 8. It was after 8:30 last night. I woke up and I felt disoriented and confused and an emotionally depressed kind of feeling. And then I realized that it was nighttime and not morning. It was just gotten dark. And so I realized it was nighttime, and then I went to eat dinner. I had the pork and beans and rice, and I had pork and beans and rice, and also the chicken leg quarters. So I had pork and beans, rice, and chicken leg quarters, and some of those sunflower seed cookies. And then after that, I kind of don't remember what I did. Um, I guess I was cleaning up and organizing or straightening stuff out. And then I was done by 10:30, and I probably was scrolling the internet or whatever. And then I went back to bed and went to sleep at about shortly after midnight. And my sleep was spotty. And I had a nightmare, a police related nightmare. That was a white female police officer in a bad dream that I bought food from a with my own money in the dream. Because I talked something similar about this. I bought fast food. It wasn't a regular restaurant, but it was fast food. Like McDonald's or something. I don't even, I try not to even eat McDonald's no more. unless it's nowhere else to go. So in the dream, it was like portrayed as McDonald's, or I don't know what fast food it was. So then, I mean, I don't know what fast food it was. So then, I paid for my own food in a dream. And then, a white female police officer was going to arrest me and falsely accuse me of stealing. And I hadn't even gotten my food yet in the dream. And I had ordered the food and paid for it, and then got falsely accused of stealing. And then, but before that in the dream, I was living at some place different. Not here, but it was a really nice, luxurious looking place. And these people came into my house and set up shop to start partying and drinking or whatever, or and treated me like I didn't have a right, like treated me like as if I was they came in my house in a dream and started setting up tables and chairs and more people coming. And then they falsely called me a Karen and tried to make me out to be a troublemaker. In my own house, they invaded my own house and called me a Karen and set up shop to come and party, like have a party or whatever, and loud music and all that. And then, so I got falsely accused of being a Karen and got called crazy and all that. And then shortly after that, Gladys Knight was in my dream and treated me mean. And in a dream, she was in the kitchen cutting up fruit and stuff. It was weird. Like, I never had a dream about Gladys Knight and don't know why she was in my dream, but she was in my dream for some reason. And she might be way taller than me. But in the dream, it looked like as if she was an inch or two taller than me. Or about my height, approximately my height. But I don't know how tall she is in real life. But so then, I think after that was when I ended up going to the fast food and having that police encounter. And almost went to jail. And then woke up traumatized. And I think I woke up at approximately 4 o'clock this morning. I don't remember if it was before or after 4 o'clock. It might have been after 4:15 this morning. I don't remember exactly what time it was. Excuse me. So then I was up all morning long. And I found out about not just Hawaii. I think I did a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago here about some Canada fires or something like that. And I didn't hear about Greece until this morning. And so I heard about Maui and Hawaii, and I heard about Houston, Texas, and I heard about Tacoma, Washington, and Bedrock, Oregon. And I heard about the Mississippi-Louisiana border. So I heard that a lot of people are blaming Oprah and Jeff Bezos. Excuse me, saying that they have land in Hawaii and that basically it was directed energy weapons that burned down the whole area of Maui or Lahaina. I thought it was Lahaina, but they said Lahaina. And directed energy weapons burned down that whole area. And then, so the direct energy weapons burned down that whole area, except for, they say, except for Oprah's house and a few other celebrities, and that it didn't burn down the trees. They said they were wondering why were the trees still standing. And then I heard that there was a Catholic church that did not get burned down. So all Oprah did was, give people, distribute pillows to people. And come on, Oprah, as rich as you are, all you're going to do is, you sit there and covertly kill all these people, and then the ones still living, they think they brainwashed to think that you're still a hero or that you brainwashed to think that you care, and all you give them is crumbs of pillows. You just give them pillows. I guess there's a way to mock the ones who did die, pillows to rest in peace. And they said that the death toll was up to 96. And come to find out, it's more than that. And I heard that it's like with Travis Scott and anything else, that the death toll is way more than what's being publicly reported. So Oprah's getting the main blame, but I heard that she ain't the only one, And it reminded me so much of Hurricane Katrina, because hearing about the government and FEMA or whatever turning away organizations that are trying to help. And so then people said that, in Houston, near Houston, Texas, that, it's just mulch burning. And I heard that got put out, so that got put out, and then I heard that that Oprah had like some kind of, I don't want to get the story mixed up, but she owned some land or some housing or something, or owned an organization or something in that area. And so people were saying that the mulch burning was unaffected, but then some people say it's part of a conspiracy because it's near where Oprah has property or something. And so I'm like, well, some people say that at least 12 places in America have been burning down. So I'm like, this is nuts. And then I think I heard Greece and Brazil and Australia also. Like, so they're burning, the whole damn world is burning down. Excuse me. So I heard something about that they want to, that Hawaii refused to give up their land to the rich, and they refused to sell out. And so it was like a land grab for the Agenda 2030 15-minute smart cities. And so I heard about Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, ICLEAD, sustainable development and all that. And I heard that New Orleans, my hometown, is supposed to, I heard that for the New World Order, they would destroy New Orleans and Houston, Texas, and all that, So, I know yesterday I was talking about how much I hate it here. And then I wake up to hear that so many people have lost their homes. I had lost my home dealing with the gang stalking and being targeted. lost my Section 8 home. So I don't know if it was this morning or this afternoon, somebody from Pensacola had called, and I thought that it would have been a wrong number call. Excuse me. I thought it would have been a wrong number call or a spam call or something, so I rejected the call. And I feel bad because now I found out that somebody from one of the housing organizations had called me up and, left a message. I'm like, oh, if I would have known that, I would have answered the call. But I didn't know who that was. I saw it was a Pensacola number, but the Pensacola numbers that been calling me have been, there have been phone numbers from, excuse me, from like wrong numbers or spam or something. So now I have to, I thought about that when I was in Pensacola, everything was scary. If you dealing with the low income housing areas, it's dangerous and scary. And my life would be at risk exposing gang stalkers in the hood. And I thought about all the places I was wrongfully banned from. That's wrongfully banned from forever. And but it's like I feel like, well, I miss Pensacola and wish I could go back and wish I could go to the beach again, But I absolutely, hate the people there. And, I'm having mixed feelings. But if I had my own place, it would be kind of like here that, I wouldn't eat out that much if I wouldn't have the need to eat out that much if I had a permanent home, But if I were to, I would need, if they will say that there's a housing offer, if there isn't a housing opening, because I think when I left Trisha last year, after that incident, excuse me, was when I was told that my name was on a list to be pretty soon for the housing. My name was on the list pretty soon, but I didn't know how long. And they told me that they didn't know how long. So it looks like as if my name came up on the list for the housing. But, if you in the hood, excuse me, the ghetto gang stalkers, it's worse than the regular. They're more dangerous and they're worse than the regular gang stalkers. So it would be scarier trying to expose gang stalking in low income bad neighborhoods. That's dangerous anyway. So that worries me. But I would love to go back to Pensacola. But, and I would love, like, if I could go back to Pensacola and get a permanent place to live, then I would love to take all my stuff here. It's less than the amount of stuff in my storage unit. So I would love to take my stuff that's here and, bring it to Pensacola. But I would, if I were to get housing there, I would need financial donations and help. But I don't have, now that I have a different TikTok because of the other TikTok got wrongfully shut down, I don't have that many people or that much help. I have less help on this new TikTok. I'd be lucky if I get 5 views on a video on this new TikTok. But I'm mostly harassment free. But after the video that I did, like later yesterday morning, I discovered that somebody that's supposed to be a targeted individual, that he or she got hateful and unfollowed me. And then another person, I don't know who it was, got hateful and blocked me on TikTok. So I'm like, what did I do to deserve to be unfollowed? You got only 6 videos, but I got almost every day of proof of gang stalking. No matter what platform, almost every day of gang stalking proof. But you only got 6 videos. Excuse me. So I guess if I were to get to go back to Pensacola, it would make me happy to have a full, like, a bathtub and a full stove and oven. Like, if I had a stove and an oven and full-size refrigerator and a bathtub with the normal Pensacola water, not this kind of water. And so if I can be taking detox baths and, but as I said, if I had to live in the hood, I would be dealing with so much torture and my life being even more so in danger. It would be more, my life would be more at risk trying to expose the gang stalking in the hood with ghetto gang stalkers. So yeah, yesterday I kept trying to sleep and could not sleep. But I forgot to mention that the night before last and throughout yesterday, I feel embarrassed and humiliated that they kept on force orgasming me. Hitting me with the directed energy weapons and force orgasming me. So then, okay, now I'm kind of have my memory kind of refreshed on what happened yesterday now. So yeah, yesterday I kept trying to go to sleep or kept trying to take a nap and could not sleep until it was definitely after 4 o'clock, probably after 5 o'clock. But I don't remember what time I dozed off and went to sleep. But I remember it was 2 o'clock and I was frustrated. I was dead tired but frustrated that I couldn't fall asleep. So I didn't have any naps today. But I have been up since approximately 4 o'clock this morning. So yeah. But I don't know what I did or said for that person to unfollow me, though. But that person was like, when I had the incident with the little transportation driver, that person wanted to try to make like, oh, what's the bus driver's name or what company is it, so I can call him up and, confront them. Or I don't remember what the person said, but like I was scared and didn't trust. I didn't want to make matters worse. So I was scared to tell that person. But then they deleted that comment. He or she deleted the comment. But then the day before, that person liked a couple of videos of mine. But then yesterday unfollowed me, you know. So but other than that, I don't remember having any actual harassment yesterday. Oh, and another thing, dealing with the gang stalking Pensacola bus drivers though, is hell. It's really hell. But um but I would feel really sad about not being able to go swim on UWF campus anymore. So I didn't even foresee or think that I would end up going back to Pensacola anymore. But I mean, I was swimming because most of the time they say you have to swim in order to get a shower, you know. And they were trying to, and they did gang stalk me out of there too, successfully, you know. So they had that targeted individual handbook that said that if you go to a restaurant or a hotel or somewhere and you expose the gang stalking network, it's not uncommon basically for the people of the gang stalking network to have you banned from their place of business forever for exposing the gang stalking. So yeah. So I was doing hours of research this morning about all these fires. At first I thought it was just the country on fire, but like the whole damn world really is like on fire. So it's traumatizing and scary. And somebody said that when they had the blackened video of all the fires, the direct energy weapon fires in Lahaina, or Maui, or Hawaii, that there was an evil eye, like one eye symbolism. And all those people died. So I mean, imagine being covertly murdered by Oprah. And I heard that came with no warning. Excuse me, just like Hurricane Katrina. But I heard that there was a prediction of a hurricane, that was an Illuminati plan for a hurricane to attack and destroy and try to get rid of New Orleans. But I heard that they're going to try to get New Orleans again. You know. So I didn't eat breakfast this morning, but it was at least sometime at least after 11 o'clock. I had leftovers from the past couple of days, and I had, it was what I had last night, the pork and beans and rice and chicken. So now I still got 2 more cans of pork and beans, and I got rice, but no more chicken. And so I'm hoping that I can be, mentally alert enough to cook tomorrow. Excuse me. Excuse me. So yeah, I mean, if my name did come up on a housing list, I would love to try to get me a place to live there back in Pensacola, get me, permanent housing and try to not let them run me off. And I mean, I think that the housing over there, I mean, if it's 30, I don't know if it's 30% of your income or not, but if it is, that's cheaper than here. But I don't know what utilities I might have to pay, and I would need help with the deposit for utilities or whatever as well. But that would be considered permanent housing. But this isn't permanent housing. This is not permanent housing here. It's month to month. But yeah, I mean, that would be like, I mean, I would feel better, but I would hate dealing with neighbors. So when I mean, I try to call around December when I was still homeless. I try to call around, and a lot of the places did not have um a lot of places did not have openings. But I was, they try to tell me that there's no available housing in Pensacola or no affordable housing in Pensacola. And I try to get Section 8 there as well. And the gang stalkers sabotaged that. But I even tried opening doors. They gang stalked and sabotaged me and kept rejecting my applications, or they gave me the runaround, or they didn't want to help me. So they got another housing that I've been on a list since 2019, since I got to Pensacola. Since May 2019, I had been on the list. And so my name is just, I'm thinking that my name came up finally. Because they said that I didn't have a whole lot longer, and I forgot all about it. But I mean, recently I have released a lot of unreleased videos from Pensacola, and I lost nearly 10 subscribers. It wasn't my intent to spam y'all YouTube timeline, but I was releasing old videos from Pensacola, and yeah, I lost almost 10 subscribers trying to do that. I tried to do it in the middle of the night when everybody was supposedly asleep, but I didn't mean to disrespect or bother nobody. But yeah, that was old videos from from Pensacola. So I mean, I didn't think I would end up going back to Pensacola, but if there's an opening, I mean, I'm willing to go back to Pensacola, you know. I'm willing to go back to Pensacola. It's just, I know a lot of restaurants. I mean, as I said, if I got a permanent place to live, I won't be eating at restaurants that much. But they give, I mean, I know that they give less food stamps over there than they do here in Texas. They give less food stamps over there than they do here in Texas. But, you know, but I don't have to, I mean, It's like I don't have to be eating out at restaurants or ask for hotel room money if I got a place to, like a permanent place to live. But they probably might, you know, gang stalk me out of my home. Excuse me. So I mean, I guess I'll try to, if whatever might be going on, I'll try to keep y'all posted and let y'all know. You know, I'm like, well, wow, if I could get me a place, so like back over there, excuse me, that would be like a 40th birthday gift. And I wasn't even trying to be homeless. Like the online gang stalkers and fake TI perps falsely accused me of wanting to be homeless on purpose for a scam and for money and for people to be feeling sorry for me. But you know, as I said, I got on that housing list like when I first. It was May, and within less than 2 weeks, it was one of the first things I did was trying to get on the housing list. I tried opening doors; they weren't helpful. I tried to get Everman was the first place I tried to get a job at. I'm wrongfully banned forever from there. Can't go there no more. And so a lot of restaurants and hotels I'm wrongfully banned from and can't go in for the rest of my life. But I'm okay with that. As I mean, if I have excuse me, a permanent place to live and can buy my own groceries, then I'm fine. But I'm quite heartbroken about, because I really love the hot tub and the diving board and the sauna, you know, on UWF campus. And I really love and miss the water slide and the sauna and the steam room at the fake dirty YMCA downtown. But downtown Pensacola has a lot of covert racists and Satanists and Freemasons down there, though. So, but I mean, as I said, I'm feeling like I'm having mixed feelings, but I would love to go back to Pensacola and, live, live, like have a permanent place to live. But I didn't know what was going on. And I mean, you know, I felt kind of homesick and wanted to at least visit my hometown, New Orleans. But I lived in Pensacola for nearly 4 years and hadn't had really any close connections with people or any close friendships. But I just had some acquaintances, but I never really had anybody that I was able to be close with due to the gang stalking. And then in Los Angeles, David Jane was like the only person that I was able to get close with. But look how he turned out, though. So, yeah, I had nothing to eat for breakfast, but I had lunch. And when I drank some of the water, I felt soap suds in my throat. Not enough to where I had to spit it out, but I had some in my throat. Even last night, I think. So I went to get something, a package from the post office, and also another package. At first I thought I was so mad because at first I thought that my package was stolen, and or I thought that I thought the package was stolen, or I thought that they didn't. I thought that they were gaslighting me, but come to find out, I don't know if he sent it to the wrong door, and you know, I don't know if he did that on purpose to gaslight, or if it was done by accident, or if it was done because they're lazy and didn't care, or maybe that they were confused or got lost. I wasn't sure. But I'm glad I got my other package, but I'm feeling kind of worried because I'm not sure if that's exactly what I really wanted or needed, more so, So I mean, I'm happy that I was able to get my replacement actual soap that I originally asked for. That came in the mail. So I'm glad to have some natural soap, some organic, healthy, natural soap. And so it was extremely hot that, I kept on being afraid that I was going to collapse or fall out or something. And I was traumatized and scared walking through that heat. And it's like, wow, 5 or 10, not even 5 or 10 minutes, and feeling like I'm about to die. And then they had a man that was walking like nothing. He was walking out there like nothing. But I love the heat, but this right here is unbearable, and it's, excessive. I love the heat, but I can't handle that. I can't handle that, But in Pensacola, I think it was 2019, I was being gang stalked really heavy. 2019 or 2020. It was during the summer, and it was really hot, and I was walking somewhere. I think I was walking from North Davis Highway to that genealogy library that got shut down. And what's the name of that street? Can't remember the name of the street. But I walked down this street, and I can't remember the name of the street. It's the street where the Tryon Library is. Whatever street that is. And I walked down there and was being gang stalked really heavy. But I was walking for at least an hour, so I was walking for a while. And I nearly fell out from overheat. But me being here, can't even be outside for 5 minutes without feeling like I'm about to just collapse and die. And it's traumatizing and scary. But I'm sitting here comparing or contrasting or whatever, not being able to be outside in the heat for 5 minutes. But when I was in Pensacola, like in December, and they had the Arctic freeze or the Arctic blast, felt like I was gonna roll over and die being outside in the cold and it was like 35 degrees. Excuse me. Like, it was like 35 degrees. And I thought I was going to roll over and freeze. So, I love the heat, but this is traumatizing and scary. I like it when it's borderline between warm and hot, but not too hot. But, so many people are collapsing and dying from the heat alone. And I heard about animals suffering too. Hold up. Okay. It looked like it's saying 102 degrees. But I heard it's supposed to get up to like 105 or something. But I heard other places have like a heat index of 115. Some of them 124. I'm like, oh, my prayers go out to y'all. I feel bad for y'all, So, yeah. I mean, it's okay to have a place to live and don't like where you're at, But, I mean, I know that almost all the Pensacola bus drivers are abusive, narcissistic gang stalkers, except a few of them. Like 3 or 4 of them. Ain't that a damn shame? And then all the passengers are perps. And then the buses are dirty. But the thing is, though, if I had a permanent place to live, once I get home, I have the option and the convenience to just take off my clothes and go take a shower. But when you're homeless on the streets, you can't get to do that like that, And then I don't have to carry around a big book bag full of stuff, So I went to go and get my package, and as I said, I'm glad that the lady was nice and respectful. But it's like I got so frustrated because I really thought my package got stolen. So I contacted the customer service, and then I was all frustrated, and then come to find out later on, I found the package and called them back up and and updated them and let them know, excuse me, that I did get the package. So, the fake Darnell Williams perp came to harass me on YouTube. And I put in the community post his fake creepy messages about me being cremated and that nobody's going to come and claim my body. And none of my family really care either. The biological family, they don't really care. But, if they hadn't done me wrong and abused me, then I wouldn't have to badmouth or talk bad about them. But that's their psychological, abusive, narcissistic, fake gang stalking psychological game that they play. To make like I'm the bad one that just badmouth them for no reason. But no, if y'all weren't so abusive and controlling and treat me different, then I wouldn't have to say anything about y'all. So, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind going, like, if I wanted to go swimming and the beach was all there was to go swim at, I mean, but I heard that the swimming pool water is toxic and not good for us anyway, you know. So yeah, I mean, the fake Darnell Williams perp making harassing troll messages. I don't think that an online internet stranger that does not really know you, and you can't, I can't even, I don't know this guy's real name. I don't know his face. But you think that you can, declare me to be dead, and he even said R.I.P. greedy grand perp or whatever, and saying nobody's gonna claim your body, and that the government has to pay, or people have to pay government taxes for your dead body, or some weird crazy stuff that he was talking. But an online stranger should not have that authority to dictate what goes on with my body, or declare, or you sitting there wishing death on me and getting undeserved praise for it. You're a Satanist, and think you got the authority to try to force another human being to be satanic. And he think this shit is funny. I hope he get caught one day. Caught and prosecuted for his internet crimes. And I wish that they would give me my TikTok back and give me my PsychWorld YouTube channel back from and all my undeservingly lost videos and channels and everything. And I wish they would give me all that back. But I'm showing proof of my suffering, but nobody cares anyway. And they falsely accuse me of being a perp and not a TI. And it's like, I really believe that it seems like it's some powerful witchcraft being against me, to the point where other professed targeted individuals avoid me like the plague, don't like me, or don't want to be bothered, but they want to pester me about how I should join the targeted justice lawsuit. I want nothing to do with targeted justice. They ought to call it popular fake TI perp fraudulent injustice. I heard that targeted justice is the CIA front anyway. But yeah, as I said, I hate Texas, and Texas is bad luck. But some people it's bad luck for me. But some people say Texas is one of the best states to live in. Not for me, though. But everybody's saying stay out of Florida, and saying that Florida is one of the worst states to be in. But I'm not sure I'm not sure what that lady wanted on the phone. And I'm not sure if I will make that move, or if I could make that move to go back to Pensacola. And get me a permanent place to live. But, I almost thought that it seemed like if I can get rid of the storage unit and get my belongings, then that would be $130 less per month that I have to pay, and $130 that I can keep in my pocket. And in 2017, I was financially struggling. But in 2018, I didn't have to work. But I wanted to work. I wanted to be productive. And it wasn't until like at least February 2018, I was able to get my foot in the door by Craigslist gigs in New Orleans, like doing trade shows and other temp service at the convention center. You know, and it was kind of difficult, you know, standing on your feet for hours and all that. But sometimes the trade shows can pay higher than minimum wage, but unfortunately it'd be like 2 or 3 days of the convention or whatever. So, but the fake Darnell Williams perp even try to condemn me for offering my writings for free and try to make like I'm stupid for doing that. But, when I do publish an ebook, y'all call me a scammer. And then he's like, well, who do you know that offers writings for free? Well, they got a lot of people who offer free ebooks. And I try to do it out of the, kindness of my heart or whatever. But y'all make my writing is bad because y'all don't understand conspiracy truths. I even try to give links and resources, and y'all cry and complain about it's too many links. Well, you gang stalkers, my ebooks and my writing is not for you to read anyway. You're not welcome to read, but that's stealing that you force yourself to, you do it as a part of stalking me and stalking everything I do and force yourself to read something you don't have to read. And then you want to falsely complain about how I have too many research links. But, all y'all trying to do is, like, force yourself into my personal business. And then they be like, well, you put it out there. Well, they got a lot of people who put their stuff out there, but you just choose me to stalk and fuck with. They got skinny people who all they talk about on their YouTube channel is cooking and eating. Do you bash and harass them too? No. Do you say that they have a sickness or an obsession or that they're crazy or greedy and fat? No. They got this guy on YouTube called Mr. Electric. And he's a skinny guy, and I don't know how he does it. But he'll make it like as if he'll eat a whole lot and then gain 13 pounds, but then still gain 13 pounds or something in one day and then still stay skinny. And I'll actually be feeling bad for him because it's like I actually feel bad for him. Like, and then if you see how these other people eat, make me not feel so greedy after all. I only ate twice yesterday or majority of the day since being in here. Only a few times I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But y'all talk about, all she do is sit in her cabin and talk about food all day. Well, unsubscribe. You're the one who y'all choose to watch. Y'all choose to watch. You gang stalkers, I want the gang stalkers to unsubscribe. But I be feeling hurt when you're supposed to be Christian or supposed to be targeted and you unsubscribe or unfollow or block me or betray me or turn against me and I don't know what I did or said to offend you. Then, but you gang stalkers, I want you to unsubscribe and stay away from me. Excuse me. But they still going to be trying to stalk and trying to control for years. But I'm the one who's sad. They think I'm the one who's sad and pitiful and pathetic. I can't even shave my legs because of the freaking them squeezing my organs. But it's like I can't even eat the way a lot of they have skinny people who be eating, you know, they have people who's, you know, skin and bone and no fat in some kind of way. They eat way more than me and eat unhealthy, and I don't know how they're able to stay so skinny. But I heard that the foster care experimentation and the mercury amalgam fillings in my mouth, it's was keeping me fat. And making it hard for me to detox. The mercury fillings on my teeth. And the psychiatric medication that I used to take. But I mean, I ended up losing a lot of weight. But, you know, but I think I'm banned from more places in Pensacola than I am in my hometown, New Orleans. But I mean, it seemed like I'm banned from so many places on Canal Street in New Orleans. But on the other places, can't remember whether or not I'm banned from them, But due to being homeless and targeted, I mean, they were banning me from places just for being homeless before I even knew all the tactics about the gang stalking to be able to say anything. But, like, it would be Masonic, abusive, narcissistic, sellout gang stalkers, like at the Sheraton Hotel on Canal Street in New Orleans. If they were nice and let me use the bathroom, and then they had a fake security guard try to narcissistically lecture me about, oh, they had 6 cameras watching you. But, I mean, New Orleans gang stalking is pretty bad. That's my hometown. And I've exposed so much and exposed so many people that, I'm sitting here wondering if I'm afraid to go back and live there because of all the stuff and all the people that I've exposed. I don't know if I could go and visit, but I don't know how risky it is for me to go back and live there. For all, like, from exposing the foster mom, the Masonic Smelly Crab family, other foster family members, biological family members, people I went to school with, the psychiatry and the mental health, the fake IDMR cult, that daycare, the nursery that I went to. I mean, all that I've talked about. And then Trisha was trying to have me sacrificed. And she would brag about having people sacrificed. Talking about that she already had a perp die. Now, you probably sacrificed a target and falsely called a target perp. Talking about that she don't play with when it comes to spiritual warfare, when you actually doing witchcraft and falsely calling your witchcraft spiritual warfare. But, they got a lot of professed Christians that are into New Age and falsely calling themselves indigo, starseed, um, walk-ins, light workers, and all that. And I heard that walk-ins is another name of demon. So I heard that the new age people that call themselves indigo, starseed, they falsely glorify themselves as the good aliens that come to help save the world. But that's not the case, because Jesus Christ saved the world over 2,000 years ago. Well over 2,000 years ago. He came to save the world. But I understand that, it's up to us if we want to accept that free gift of salvation. I mean, I slipped in, I feel embarrassed about certain sins, I mean, all of my sins, but I mean, there are certain sins I committed that I felt bad about. I mean, I feel bad about all of my sins. When I say certain sins, I'm not saying that I committed every sin. But I mean, I committed certain sins, and I feel bad about all of them. But, but yeah, I really hope I said I hope for a better place to live, or a place to be more satisfactory, or that place that would make me happy. But one thing I'm glad about here, though, I don't have to worry about neighbors. There's no upstairs. So I don't have to worry about upstairs neighbors. But the neighbor across the street, one of the new people at the new cabin across the street, she's a fake nice, fake friendly perp. But today she was wearing like a blue t-shirt, and I forgot what color shorts, and she had red flip-flops. But certain perps, they pretend to be fake friendly until until they realize that you catch on to that they're perps, and that's when they turn around and be cruel. But they got some abusive, narcissistic gang stalkers they're cruel and mean and malignant narcissists from the get-go. You know. But the popular fake narcissistic victim, they're actually narcissistic abusers pretending to be victims and pretending that they're exposing narcissistic abuse. And then they'll falsely call me a narcissist while they're performing narcissistic abuse on me. That's like when fake TI perps falsely accuse me of being a perp when they're perping me. So, yeah. I wish I had more adventure in life, you know, adventure and free travel. I mean, when I say free, I don't mean not costing any money. When I say free travel, I mean like more liberty to travel around, you know. But now I mean, I don't know what's to be offered to me or what my options are. But I'll say this: this was one of the most depressing summers. One of the most depressing and scariest summers that I've ever experienced. And I hardly even get out. I hardly even leave here. You know, I don't get out much. So that fake delusional Darnell Williams perp falsely he act like he's younger than me and act like he think that he act like he act like he's younger than me and act like he has the fake authority to make decisions for my life. And then he tried to say talking about David Jane, trying to talk about prove that David is stalking you, or he like the fake Darnell Williams perp said, prove that David is stalking you or else shut up. Like, how, you don't tell me what to do. I know you're younger than me. Because you sound like you're younger than 40 years old. You sound like you're younger than 35. And 35 and 40-year-olds don't behave the way you do. You're younger than me, so I don't have to obey you. Even if you are older than me, I'm about to be 40. And he kept calling me girl on purpose and narcissistically giving him, like, retarded narcissistically and fake self-righteously giving himself fake thumbs up on all his own harassing comments at me. So he got another fake new account today to come and harass me. And I hadn't even been thinking of talking about him really either. But, you know, for you to make creepy comments about my death and you know exactly where I live at, and you sought to seek to find out where I live at before I even got to Texas. I didn't even say South Texas. I just said this place in Texas. And he already figured out. And was doxing the address to where I was, you know, to where I and also the Craigslist ad to where I'm staying at before I even got down here. But exposing the truth about y'all gang stalking crimes, that's not criminal or illegal doxing. And targeted individuals, we expose the truth about, we name names and expose y'all every day. I mean, all the time. But TikTok people are becoming faker and starting to sell out and be weird and all that, you know. And then it seemed like there's always some connection to a connection to a connection of somebody that's fake or that I don't like, or somebody that's my enemy in the so-called TI community. And that's why I can never go in any conference calls or anybody's YouTube live streams or TikTok live streams, because I would feel uncomfortable being in the same chat room as people who I know have an issue with me or don't like me. Excuse me. Nobody listened to me when I exposed Roy Ecup's of being part of a Masonic organization. But y'all still respect him. And what proof does he have of himself being gang stalked? The popular fakes who do nothing but sit behind a desk, or they drive around in their pretty Teslas, their brand new pretty Teslas, all day, every day, talking about how their God's chosen the elect and talking about how great God is. They get more praise than somebody who's showing footage of themselves being gang stalked, and then you still falsely accuse me of being a paid fake TI, or falsely accuse me of not being a TI at all. And I feel like that's some heavy, that's some heavy witchcraft right there. And it's very frustrating and discouraging. And I hear about the life insurance policies. So they try to manipulate society to think that the target is the problem or crazy. And then they want everybody to feel sorry for you after they succeeded at killing you off. But they want the world to hate you when you're alive. So yeah, I think I hear loud music. But anyway, I don't know if I'll do a video tonight. I'm really tired. So I may or may not do a video tonight. But I'll see y'all later.